is, if you look at them through the container, one is a little more yellow than the other, right? The left one is a little more yellow than the right.
Oh, I did see that, but
Okay.
okay.
Now, when they went in you, they were clear. So I remind people that stuff leaks in and out. Just like silicone leaks out, fats can go in and turn it yellow, and proteins can go and make them cloudy. Now, this was your right one, the less yellow one. It is a little yellow, not terribly cloudy. It's not real sticky, but you get the feeling maybe it's not as full as it was when they were put in. And this is the typical Surgitech thing. It had a little radio peak thing so you could see it on x-rays, and this says 280. That was your right one. Now this is the scar tissue that was around the right one, and as you can see, this is a sac-like structure. I tagged it with a little stitch at the top so we can orient it. And there are a few little muscle fibers stuck under there, but not many. As I peeled it off,
why again does that capsule form? Is it like a protection, or what is
our
it?
bodies are smarter than we are, so they're like, heck no, this thing doesn't belong in me. It walls it off with the scar tissue. Now, one thing I found on both sides was a little what we call neuroma. You see this little white thing stuck on the capsule? It's the edge of a nerve that got cut, wound up stuck on it, so that can cause some pain. I found one on both sides. So what I do with them is I just snip them off because you can't repair the nerve, and I bury the end in the muscle, so that's less likely to make scar tissue, so hopefully less likely to hurt in the future.
Is it a nerve on the other end that's left in there that will repair?
That's it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
A little bit of fat stuck to it, but you know, nothing that looks like cancer or anything bad. No calcification, no fluid was in it.
Right.
Just little bits of irritation. And then this was the skin that we took out to tighten you up. So that was the right side.
Any stickiness on the outside of that gel?
Not terribly. What I would call minimal bleed.
Minimal.
Okay, that's good. We like that. But that doesn't mean there wasn't bleed. Now this side, a little more yellow. This one is labeled 250. And that's that Surgitech style. Again, doesn't seem quite as full as it should be, but not real sticky.
And just so you'll understand, bleeding means bleeding the silicone out, right?
That's it. Now this side was a little bit thinner and more stuck to things, so that's why we have more holes in it, okay? Again, a little tiny bit of muscle. This is the top side. As we get under on the back, it was thinner, and these are holes where I had to peel it off of the ribs, but I took 100% of it out, okay?
Wow. That's wonderful.
Okay.
100% of both of them?
Both of them.
That is just wonderful.
Now, because this side was a little bigger, I took out some breast tissue to try to get you as even as possible. So that's what that stuff is. 2 little pieces of it, and then the skin that we took off. Okay. So again, nothing that looked like cancer. There was a neuroma on this side. Let me see if I can find that.
On both sides there was a neuroma?
on both sides. That's the top, so it should be over here on this side. A little harder to see, but I think it's maybe in there. I'm not sure. Doesn't matter.
Now, why do those neuromas form again?
Well, when they put them in, sometimes they'll damage a little nerve coming in on the side, and it'll stick down to the scar tissue. And if you move in a certain way, it can cause some pain. So when people have pain, I'm always looking for that. Okay? So let me give you the weights on them, because I weigh everything so we know how much might be missing. The right one implant weighed 281, and the companies say their margin of error is like about a teaspoonful, so they could be over or under a teaspoonful, and each teaspoon's about 5 grams. So 281 was within the margin of error, so they're not missing a whole lot.
281 means
281 grams.
Grams. Yeah.
And with the silicone, roughly a gram is equal to a cc. So if you have a 280 cc implant, it generally weighs close to 280 grams, okay? And the left one weighed right at 250. capsule on the right was 20 grams and the left was 16 grams. And the skin we took off on the right was 3 grams and 5 grams on the left, and the weight of the skin, or the tissue I took off was 16 grams. So
Wow.
those are your weights.
Wow.
All right.
Turn it on.
So